Back here at Platte Valley High School, getting the introductions now of the teams. We'll give you the starting lineup for the Platte Valley Broncos. A senior Sterling Morales, senior Tanner Schwint, senior Parker Gilliland, senior Matthew Hoffman, and senior Parker Jones. The Fort Morgan starting lineup is brought to you by Cargill Beef. Cargill Beef is committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at www.cargill.com. And starting tonight for your Fort Morgan Mustangs, sophomore Grayson Garber, sophomore Trey McBride, junior Austin Breidenbach, senior Nate Gertner, and junior Tate Kimball. So the Mustangs in a non-conference game here this afternoon. The girls are back home at Fort Morgan taking on the Platte Valley Lady Broncos. That's supposed to be probably already well started. So as we will get this started here shortly, the opening tip is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Looking to find insurance for your car, home, or even for you? Call Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance with 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. They can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or provide a quote. So Trey McBride and Parker Jones to tip it off here. One by the Mustangs. They get to Tate Kimball. Layup is up and no good. Over the basket and no good. Rebounded by the Broncos. Out high now against Parker Gill, now over on the far side to Schwint. Being guarded man-to-man here. Jones out at the point. Pass underneath. Should have been a travel, and they did catch that. So first turnover of the contest. Now the full court press here put on by the Broncos. Garver to bring the ball up court. Gets it over to Breidenbach. He gets it up to the front court now to Kimball in the left corner. He dribbles it out, gets it out to Garver. Now cross court to Trey. Drives the lane and up and good for the 2 points as Trey McBride starts it off here for the Mustangs up 2-0 with just over 7 minutes to go. Now Fort Morgan with their full court defense now also. Lob pass down low and out of bounds. 2 turnovers here in the first 2 possessions by the Broncos. Fort Morgan to inbounds far into the court. Tate Kimball gets it in to Grayson Garber. Garber now to Gertner up here on the left side to Kimball in the front court. Kimball spins. Little left-handed shot is up off the backboard and no good. Rebounded by the Broncos as they get hustled down the court with Hoffman. Gets it out to Jones out at the point. Now cross court to Schwint. Schwint being guarded by Garber. Almost taken away by Kimball. Shot is going to be up and good by Hoffman. 2-2 here, 6:20 to go early on in this contest as Tate Kimball gets the ball. Now to Breidenbach in the corner. His layup is up and no good. Rebounded by Jones as Hoffman brings the ball up court quickly. Now they're going to draw the foul on the shot against Fort Morgan, and that will be on Tate Kimball, his first, and that will send Matthew Hoffman to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is up and good for the 1-point lead for the Broncos. Hoffman is shooting at 66% from the free throw line. Second shot also up and good for Hoffman. Full court press once again. They get it up to McBride up into the front court. Gets it back to Garver. Now to Gertner in the right corner. Drives it into the lane. Kicks it out to Kimball. Now to Garver out on the high right wing. Man-to-man defense by the Broncos. Trey head fakes, then goes up, and they're going to call the offensive foul charge on McBride. So first foul on McBride, second team foul. as the Mustangs put on their full court press once again. Gilliland gets it into the hands of Hoffman, gets it up across half court. Now to Jones. Now a three from the top is going to be taken. That's short, going to be tipped out, taken away by Gilliland. Gilliland out high, now cross court to Schwint. Jones in the corner now. They get the ball underneath. Now it's going to be taken away by McBride. He gets it to Gertner. Now to Kimball, but his pass is going to be behind Kimball and out of bounds. So another turnover for the Mustangs. Schwint looks to get the ball in. They get it into Jones. It's still in the backcourt. Cross court to Gilliland. 4-2 Platte Valley with 5 minutes to go here, first period. Get the ball into the hands of Gilliland. Shot, little layup is up, but no good. Rebounded by McBride. Pass up to Garver. Now cross court to Breidenbach as he runs it down. A little sloppy here going on in this. Now they're going to have a reach foul on Platte Valley, and that will be Matthew Hoffman, his first, team first. Fort Morgan to inbounds near side here. They get the ball into Garver. Garver now gets it to Breidenbach. Now to McBride. McBride back to Kimball. Kimball for the deep three, and that is off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Breidenbach. He is fouled, and the shot is up and good. So Breidenbach with a strong rebound, and then the foul is going to be on Parker Gilliland, his first. So Breidenbach with the bucket, 4-4 tie here with 4:25 to go here in the first period. Shot is up and off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded to Jones. Jones to Hoffman. Now they're going to call a travel on the Broncos. So Fort Morgan to inbounds far side in front of the scorer's table. As Kimball looks to get it in, they get it in to McBride. Nice pass there, shot up and good by Kimball from the left side. 6-4 Fort Morgan into the hands of Gilliland. Now into the corner underneath. It's going to be tipped. Nice job there by McBride to tip that pass and then retrieve it. Gets it off to Garver. Garver stops at the free throw line. Now Kimball for a three from the right off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Gilliland. As they get their instructions from their head coach, and that is Rolando Davila. Drives it down the right side. That looked like a travel, but rebounded by McBride. They get the ball to Gertner, and Gertner's shot is going to be up and good on the layup from the left side. 8-4 Fort Morgan. As Fort Morgan with their full court press, they get the ball. Going to be a timeout called. A 30-second timeout is going to be taken by the Platte Valley Broncos. So we'll just keep it right here for right now. As we said, the coach for the Platte Valley Broncos is Rolando Davila. His assistants, Sean Smithfield, Mitch Elrick, and Connor Clay. Coaches for your Fort Morgan Mustangs, head coach Chad Unrein, assisted by Harrison Chisholm and C.W. Scott. The Broncos are 4-6 overall, 3-5 in the 3A, 2A Patriot League. They sit sixth in that league. Last year, Fort Morgan won 95-67. Trey McBride had 18 points and 13 rebounds as a freshman in that contest. So Platte Valley gets the ball inbounds as they get it into the hands of Jones. Tipped away, a 10-second. Now good job there by the Fort Morgan Mustang defense as they force the turnover. Connor Shaver into the game for Trey McBride, along with Drew Gherkin in for Breidenbach. They get the ball into Gertner out at the high point. Gertner now drives it down, kicks it off to Kimball. Kimball drives it into the lane, going to kick it across court to Gherkin, back to Kimball, now to Garver. They're going to call Garver, though, for the travel. So the Broncos to inbounds near side as the Mustangs continue with their full court press. They get the ball into the hands of Horn, and now into the hands of Prescott. Now they're going to call a foul on Garver. His first, team third, as Gertner goes out. Breidenbach back into the game for the Mustangs. 8-4 Fort Morgan, 2:40 to go here in the first period. As the Broncos get the ball up into the front court, they get it into the hands of Gilliland. Gilliland out at the high point, now off to Horn on the high right wing. Underneath, the layup is going to be up and goes in for Prescott, his first two of the night. 8-6 Fort Morgan, 2:17 to go here, first period. Garver now to Gherkin. Gherkin over to Shaver on the far right. Now the Mustangs whip it around here to Garver out on the left wing. 2:02 to go. Gherkin gets it back to Garver. Now to Breidenbach out on the right wing as they get it into Shaver. Now to Tate Kimball. Drives it down. The shot is going to be, they're going to call the offensive foul on Garver. That will be 2 on Garver. So Nate Gertner to come into the lineup for Garver. Broncos to inbounds far into the court as they look to get it in, and they finally get it into corner to Prescott. Prescott on the far side to Wehrman. Back to Gilliland as they finally get it into the front court. Fort Morgan up 8-6 with 1:37 to go here in the first period. Into the corner now up at the high point with Gilliland as he backs it out against Gertner. Over on the high right wing to Smith. Smith being guarded by Kimball. Down to Prescott out high over to Wehrman as they look to work their offense. Now out at the right wing, drives it, kicks it back out into the corner to Smith, being guarded by Kimball. 5-second call. Nice job by Kimball to prevent the pass. Another turnover by the Broncos. As Fort Morgan needs to take advantage of this. They've had a number of turnovers here so far in this first period. Looks like 7 so far on the Broncos, only 2 for the Mustangs. The Mustangs need to take advantage of these. Now they're going to call a block foul on Zender of the Broncos. His first, team third. Gertner drives it to the right elbow, kicks it out. Now to Breidenbach out on the left side. Left baseline, his shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Gertner. Gertner back out to Gherkin. Gherkin in the lane, kicks it out to Breidenbach. Now to Kimball. 35 seconds to go here as they whip the ball around here on the perimeter. Look to get it underneath to Shaver. Now back to Gertner. Gertner for the 3 up and no good. Now the foul is going to stay on the Broncos, I believe, as Breidenbach is dragged to the ground. And that will go on Zender, his second. So 24 seconds left here in the first period. Fort Morgan up 8-6. Gertner now out at the high right wing. Going to end up going through the hands of Kimball. It was tipped by a Bronco, and then Kimball couldn't control it and out of bounds. So Derek Bain comes into the game for the Mustangs, and Gertner will take a seat for the last 20 seconds here of this first period. Get the ball to Zender. Now full court pressure still for the Mustangs as they get the ball up into the front court with Zender. We're down to 7 seconds. Far side to Smith. Smith is going to kick it into the corner. A long three is going to be taken and no good. So at the end of one, it's the Fort Morgan Mustangs 8, the Platte Valley Broncos 6 on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Platte Valley High School, Brian Nickel with Claudia Nickel. Michaela Klimper back at the studio for us once again tonight as we get this second period underway with the Mustangs leading 8-6. Jones gets it underneath, but it's off his foot, taken by McBride, gets it into the hands of Gertner. Starting lineup back on the floor for the Mustangs. Get the ball to Kimball. Back out to Garver at the point. Now to McBride over on the right wing. Back out to Garver. Now Breidenbach kicks it off to Kimball for the three, and that is off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Prescott. Prescott all the way down. Being guarded by Garver. Now they get it out front to Hoffman, being guarded by Kimball. As they back it back out to get their offense set up here with Hoffman. Jones now kicks it back out to the top to Wehrman. Wehrman on the far side to Prescott. Prescott picks up the dribble now to Wehrman out at the right wing. Dustin Horn dribbles out to the point. Now is going to hand it off to Prescott as he's being guarded by Garver. Now over on the left side, Jones with the head fake. He goes by and then passes it out. Blocked. It's going to be blocked by McBride, and it looks like it's going to be off of the Broncos, out of bounds. They knock it out of the hands of Trey McBride. Still 8-6 here. Nobody scored in this second period yet. Down to 6:21. Breidenbach now to Kimball. Kimball gets it to Gertner. Gertner's pass underneath is going to be knocked out of bounds by the Broncos. So Gilliland will come back into the game. Jones will take a seat for the Broncos with 6:11 to go, second period. Mustangs up 8-6. 4 team fouls apiece on the teams. McBride, they're going to call McBride for the travel. Broncos look to get the ball into the back court. They get it into the hands of Wehrman. Full court pressure once again by the Mustangs. Now over to Prescott as they get it up into the front court, into the hands of Hoffman. Now they're going to call a travel, another turnover by the Broncos. Had 7 in that first period. Now they have 3 in the second period. Gertner now to Garver. As Fort Morgan kicks the ball around. Garver out high, 5:36 to go. Now Gertner gets it over to Kimball, now to Garver, now to Gertner once again down the left side. They're going to call a foul on the drive, but they're going to say it was on the shot. I believe that is going to go on to Wehrman, his first, and that will send Gertner to the line to shoot 2. Gertner had a bucket in that first period. First free throw is up and good for Nate Gertner. 3 points on the night for Gertner. Gertner on the year is shooting 61% from the free throw line. So a 3-point lead here for the Mustangs. 5:24 to go in the second period. Next free throw is up and no good. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by the Broncos. So you get to the ball into the hands of Schwitt. His layup is up and no good. Trey McBride brings the ball down court, gets it off to Kimball. Now to Gertner over on the left side. Garver to Breidenbach. Breidenbach drives that right baseline, kicks it back out. Now Garver for the three from the top, and that is off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Prescott. They get it into the hands of Gilliland as he gets the ball up court. Now kicks it off to Prescott. Now Hoffman with a long three, and that's off the backboard and good for Hoffman. Ties it up here at 9. Gertner now gets the ball up into the front court, off to Garver. 4:31 in the second period, 9-9. McBride is going to be fouled underneath. They're going to call a hand check foul. I believe that's going to go on Morales, his first. So Morgan to inbounds left baseline of their basket as Gertner comes out. Derek Gherkin comes into the game for the Mustangs. Lob into McBride. His shot is just a little short. It's going to be saved on that far sideline by the Broncos. Shot is going to be up and no good. Nice job by McBride to knock the ball out of bounds as Morales was close to gaining control. So the Broncos to inbound right baseline of their basket with Gilliland as Jones comes back into the game and Morales takes a seat. Jumper from the right side is up and no good. Rebounded by Gherkin. Now to Breidenbach. Kimball from the free throw line is up and good for Tate Kimball. 4 points on the night for Kimball. Bucket in the first and second period so far. Layup is going to be up and good by Prescott. 4 points on the night for Prescott. Ties it up here at 11. Get the ball into the hands of Gherkin with 3:48 to go. Now over to Garver. Right wing. Now he's going to kick it to Breidenbach. As the Mustangs whip it around, McBride drives the left baseline up and good with a layup is McBride. 4 points on the night for McBride. Full court pressure once again for the Mustangs. Ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Breidenbach on the far side, so the Broncos will inbounds just down from the Mustang bench. Mustangs up 13-11. Hoffman looks to get the ball in. Going to be kicked out of bounds by Kimball. So now they will inbounds on the baseline left of their basket. As Hoffman looks to get it in, he gets it in to three is going to be good from the top, and that will be Parker Gilliland. As that gives the Broncos the 14-13 lead with 3 minutes to go here in the second period. For Morgan to pass this ball around here. Screen by Kimball. Shot is up and no good by the Mustangs. Then there's going to be a foul called on Kimball. I believe there was a tripping. They're going to call it on Gherkin. His first. Team fifth. As the Broncos will make a switch here. Morales comes into the game. Hoffman will take a seat as the Broncos look to inbounds far into the court. They get it in to Gilliland. Now cross court to Jones. Back up to Gilliland. Gilliland from the three-point line passes it off to Morales. Morales into the lane. Shot is going to be up and no good. Ball tipped around. Morales ends up with the ball. Now the rebound to Breidenbach as Breidenbach hustles it down. Get it to Kimball for a three from the left side. Up and good for Tate Kimball. Puts the Mustangs up 16-14 with 2:19 to go. Now a deep three, but they're saying that Gilliland was called for the travel. So the Broncos will back off on the full court press. As Fort Morgan will inbounds over on the far side in front of their own bench. They get the ball into Garver with 2:10 to go second period. The Mustangs up 16-14. Now to Kimball on the far right side. Gherkin picks up the dribble now, cross court. Gherkin for the three from the left side is up and no good. Rebounded by Schwint. Shot up and no good by Gilliland, rebounded by the Mustangs. Kimball for the little shot from the free throw line, up and no good, rebounded by Jones. As Connor Shaver has come into the game for the Mustangs. Trey McBride on the bench at the moment, getting ready to check in though at the next dead ball whistle. 16-14, Fort Morgan with 1:13 to go here in this first half. Jones drives it all the way down. His pass, Gilliland for the three, is up and good for Gilliland. They're going to have to get a hand in his face. The Mustangs are down 17-16. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it right here for now. This Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East. So very low scoring game here as the Mustangs average 66.4 points a game. And the Platte Valley Broncos average 49.4. So well off their averages as far as the first half is concerned here. 17-16, Platte Valley. Gherkin gets it to Garver, now to Kimball over on the right wing, back out to Garver at the point. McBride drives the baseline, kicks it to Kimball, now to Garver. They're going to call Garver for the travel. He does a head fake and then they call it travel. On Garver with 39.2 seconds to go as Broncos get the ball in the backcourt into the hands of Hoffman. Hoffman now to Schwint, back to Hoffman out at the high point with 26 seconds left. Hoffman being guarded by Kimball. Now double teamed on the side here. Morales, now the ball underneath. Ball's going to be kicked out. A three is going to be taken. That's off the rim and no good. Rebounded off of Garver and out of bounds with 9.8 seconds. Broncos the inbounds left baseline of their basket. They get the ball in. That three is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Tate Kimball, but there's going to be a foul called in the back court. So Fort Morgan to inbounds. Was that going to be the seventh? That was on Matthew Hoffman. So Tate Kimball will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. With 6.4 seconds. Derek Bain into the game. Garver will take a seat here for the last 6.4. Coach Enrine trying to tell him what was going on there, where he was. Now they're going to call a foul over the back on Bain. 6 team fouls on Fort Morgan. So that free throw was no good by Kimball as they still trail 17-16. They get the ball into the back court. Now the ball is going to be taken away, and that is how this first half will come to an end with the Broncos up 17-16. We will be back with the halftime show on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel back here at Platte Valley High School along with Claudia Nickel as halftime continues here as the Platte Valley Broncos have found their way back out onto the court and do a little warm-up. Fort Morgan and Platte Valley have had common opponents this year, and that would be Brush and Sterling. Fort Morgan this year beat Brush 72-42, and they got beat by Sterling 50-38. Platte Valley beat Sterling 53-49 here at Platte Valley. They beat Brush at Brush 64-61, and they lost to Brush here at Platte Valley 40-36. I believe that was on the 19th of January. Note here, the junior varsity did win their game before this. The varsity game, they won 51-48. Our next broadcast on B106 and B106.com will be Tuesday night, as we will go with the Fort Morgan boys as they will play at Englewood, and that will be a 7:30 tip-off at Englewood. And then our next broadcast will be on the Friday the 29th, as we will be home with the Fort Morgan girls as they take on Skyview. And then Saturday the 30th, we will be with the girls once again, and that will be at Roosevelt for a 5:30 tip. Fort Morgan coming off a big win last night at Weld Central, 75-63. And a note on the scoring in that game, we had Trey McBride down for 20. He actually had 21 last night, so we'll give him that extra point there for Trey McBride as the teams come back out onto the court ready to go here, as the Mustangs will have possession first to start this third period, trailing 17-16 to the Platte Valley Broncos. Garver now to Kimball out on the high right wing. McBride at the right elbow. His shot is up and good for Trey McBride. Nice way to start off this second half. 6 points on the night for McBride as the Mustangs put on their full court press once again. They get the ball into the hands of Jones. Gets it cross court to Schwint. Shot is going to be blocked by McBride. Double team, but he gets it into the hands now up to Gertner in the front court. Now Breidenbach in the corner. Trey McBride for a three, and that's off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Jones. Hands it off to Gilliland as he slowly brings it up the court into the front court. Fort Morgan up 18-17. Gilliland now to Hoffman. Jones at the left elbow now kicks it back out to Gilliland out at the point, being guarded by Gertner. Keeps the dribble alive as he comes around to the left side. Picks up his dribble now to Jones in the left corner. Now Hoffman for a three from up top, and that is going to be up and good for Hoffman. 10 points on the night for Hoffman. Steal in the back court, turnover by the Mustangs. Now they're going to call a foul. Oh, an offensive foul on the Broncos. They called a forearm on Hoffman. So that will be 3 on Hoffman. As Fort Morgan will inbounds, they get it into the hands of Gertner in the back court. Dribbling up against Gilliland. Gets it into the hands of Garver now over to Breidenbach. Breidenbach for the three. And that is up and good for Austin Breidenbach. His first three of the night. 5 points on the night for Breidenbach. Puts the Mustangs up 21-20. Now, bad pass is going to be taken away by McBride at half court. Gertner now to Garver out on the left wing, now to Breidenbach. Kimball for a three from the right side, and that is off the rim and no good. Rebounded and fought for and taken by Morales. And off of the hands of Morales and out of bounds on the far side. Prescott comes into the game for Morales. So Fort Morgan to inbounds, far side in front of their bench. Tate Kimball to trigger it in. He gets it in to Garver. Mustangs up 21-20 with just under 6 minutes to go here in the third period. To Kimball, to Breidenbach out on the left wing. Gertner now at the left elbow, picks up the dribble, gives it to Kimball. Kimball, now the ball is going to be stolen underneath by Jones as he reached around and knocked it away. On the pass into the block to McBride. So Gilliland out high, now to Jones out on the left wing. Holds the ball against McBride, now gets it back to Gilliland up at the point. Now Hoffman out on the left wing. Now to Jones in the left corner, being guarded by McBride with 5 minutes to go here in this third period. The Mustangs up 21-20. Jones backs it out, going to get it off to Prescott as he backs it out way out to almost mid-court against Breidenbach. So a screen, now there's going to be a reach foul, and I believe that will be on McBride. That will be his second. As he tried to reach in and steal the ball from Prescott. So Gilliland to inbounds here in the front court, does throw it to Prescott in the back court. He is picked up at half court by Breidenbach. Prescott cleared down to the left wing. Far side to Hoffman. Hoffman now to Schwinn out at the point. Back to Prescott as he's going to back it out once again, try to get the offense set up here for the Broncos. A 5-second call. Nice defense there by the Mustangs. Did not get rid of the ball in the 5-second allotment. So another turnover. Now Fort Morgan needs to take advantage of these turnovers and put some points up on the board. Leading 21-20 with 4:15 to go, third period. As Garver looks to get the ball up into the front court and does. Now to Gertner out on the high left wing. Now out at the point, gets it to Gherkin as he has come in for Breidenbach. Garver now out high to Gertner, now to Gherkin in the left corner. Gets it to Gertner out on the left wing. Now Gherkin. It's going to be a kick on Gilliland, so Fort Morgan will throw it in on the far side. Be down on the baseline almost to the corner with 3:50 to go here. 21-20 Fort Morgan. As they look to get the ball in, they do get it into Gertner just in time. Gertner to Garver. Garver for a three from the corner. That is up and good for Grayson Garver. His first bucket of the night is a three. Puts the Mustangs up 24-20. Ball down to Jones. Now it's going to be tipped out of bounds. Nice hustle by Gherkin to knock that ball out of bounds just in front of Smith. So the Broncos to inbounds left baseline of their basket with Hoffman to trigger it in. So he gets it into Jones in the left corner. Now back out to the top to Gilliland. As Connor Shaver looks to check in at the next dead ball. Gilliland over on the far right wing being guarded by Gertner. Bounce pass under to Jones. Jones' shot is going to be up and good over Trey McBride. That's Jones' first point of the night. Mustangs up 24-22 with 3 minutes to go here in the third period. They get the ball into the hands of Tate Kimball. Now to McBride in the corner. McBride now to Garver. Garver for a three from the corner. That's off the front of the rim and no good. Called a foul on Gherkin, and I could see from here he wasn't even close to him. He had his hand over the top, but they called a foul on Gherkin, his second. So Fort Morgan with a full court press once again as Gilliland looks to get the ball in. He gets it in to Hoffman in the back court. Hoffman picks up his dribble, now gives it to Gilliland over on the left side. Gilliland being double teamed. Now they're going to, Broncos will call a timeout as they get out of that situation. But we will just keep it right here and give you the first Fort Morgan score of the second half was brought to you by Morgan Federal Bank, a bank that is committed to their community and keeping banking simple. They are on the cutting edge of banking. Stop by 321 Anson and see what options they have available. Morgan Federal Bank, there is a difference. So Fort Morgan with a 24-22 lead. Turnover so far in this third period. Broncos with 3, Fort Morgan with 2. So not quite as sloppy as it was in that first quarter as the Broncos now to inbounds near side with Gilliland to bring it in. Looks to gets it into the corner to Hoffman. So Shaver is in for McBride. Ball into the lane. Shot is going to be up and good by Smith, his first two of the night. That ties the score up here at 24 with 2:20 to go here, third period. Gertner back to Garver out at the point. as they collapse somewhat into the middle, but now to Kimball in the left corner. Now Nate Gertner for the three is up and no good, but the strong rebound at the bucket is up and good for Gertner. His first bucket of the night. You get the ball into Hoffman. Hoffman's going to drive it down, but he is going to be fouled, I believe, by Drew Gherkin. And that will be his third. And that will send Hoffman to the line to shoot a pair where he was 2 of 2 earlier in the game in the first quarter. First free throw is up and no good. First National Bank in Fleming. Bank your financial needs with the Logan County home-owned bank since 1917. First National Bank in Fleming, member FDIC. So Gherkin out as well as Gertner, McBride back in, and Breidenbach back in for the Mustangs. Next shot is up and rolls in for Hoffman. 11 points on the night for Hoffman. Mustangs still up 1, 26-25 with a minute 40 to go here in the third period. Kimball keeps the dribble up alive out front. Now to McBride out on the right wing. Now to Garver out on the high left wing. Oh, beautiful lob to McBride at the bucket, up for the jam for McBride. Nice lob pass there by Garver. 28-25. Fort Morgan. Now Jones for the three, and that is up and good. And that ties it up here at 28 with just over a minute to go here. Now a hand check foul is going to be called. And that will be on Prescott, will be his first. 3 team fouls so far on Fort Morgan, 2 now on the Broncos as they get the ball in. They're going to call McBride for the push-off to get open. So that will be 3 on McBride with just a minute 6 to go here, third period, all tied up here at 28. So Derek Bain comes into the game. McBride will take a seat as Coach Unrein has kind of a sly smile on his face as he goes by. Broncos now get the ball into the back court. Get it to Gilliland. Gilliland does get it up to Jones in the front court, being guarded by Bain. Now ball is going to be taken away, but received by the Broncos. That shot is up and no good, but rebounded by Connor Shaver. And that foul went on Isaac Smith, his first. Team third, down under a minute here. Under 45 seconds to play here in this third period. The Mustangs and Broncos all tied up at 28. Garver now out at the point, keeps the dribble alive. Into the corner to Bain. Breidenbach over to Kimball. Kimball for the three from the right side is off the rim and no good. Tipped around and taken away by the Broncos into the hands of Gill. And that should have been the carry. They didn't call it, but they're going to call a foul. How that wasn't a carry, I don't know. They're going to call that foul on Tate Kimball. That will be 2 on Kimball. Send Gilliland to the line to shoot 2. And Gilliland on the year from the free throw line as that one is up and good. Is at 85%. So 7 points on the night for Gilliland. Now Caleb Tucker into the game for the Broncos. You have 18 seconds left here now as that second free throw rolls around and goes in. 17 seconds now as Garver brings the ball up into the front court. Gilliland comes out to meet him. Now that Tate Kimball way out at the high right wing. Kimball to Garver, 5 seconds. Going to dribble all the way down. Layup is going to be up and no good. They're going to say that's the way the third quarter is going to come to an end. So the Mustangs find themselves down 2, 30-28 as we enter the fourth period on B106 and B106.com. Start of the fourth period here. The Broncos have possession. Gilliland with it now over to Horn as the starting five is back in for the Mustangs. Horn now out top to Tucker. As the Broncos look to get the ball up for the shot. Now they're going to get it to Tucker, now to Gilliland in the corner. Back behind the back pass to Gilliland as he is double teamed on the left side. Now cross court to Tucker, or to Horn, excuse me. That three is up and good by Horn. His first bucket of the night is a three. So that puts them up 5 now, 33-28. Garver now to McBride on the right baseline. Kicks it back out to Garver at the right point. Now back underneath to McBride. His shot is going to be up and good, and he is going to be fouled. So a strong move there by McBride. And that foul will go on Zender, his third. So McBride to the bucket to shoot one as that brings it to 33-30. As Jones gets ready to come in for the Broncos, he will replace Tucker. So McBride can cut this to a 1 point or 2 point deficit here if he can connect on this free throw. That shot is going to be up and good for McBride. 33-31. Mustangs now with the full court pressure once again. He gets the ball to Jones up at midcourt. Now over to Gilliland as he brings it across the half-court stripe. Now over on the far side to Schwint as he drives the baseline. Now to Jones in the left corner. Stops and pops, or gets it out to Gilliland. Gilliland's shot is going to be blocked. Gets his own rebound. Shot by Parker, or by Jones, is no good. Gets the ball into the hands of Gertner as he goes all the way down for the bucket. And it's going to be good, and he is fouled on the layup. 33-33. The foul is on Schwint, his first. So Gertner to the line. 5 points on the night for Gertner. 1 of 2 earlier in the game. This free throw is up and good for Gertner. 6 points on the night for Gertner. As that puts the Mustangs now up 34-33. Platte Valley will call a timeout, but we will just keep it here, a 30-second timeout. Smart Parts, your family's safety is their main concern, so let the trained professionals take care of you when you need a windshield repaired. Give them a call at 522-5399. Kusky Oil Company in Crook delivers fuel and propane for your farm and home. Just stop in or give Butch a call at 886-2121. Shine On in Sterling has affordable detailing, and their window tinting will reduce glare and eye discomfort and protects your vehicle. Just give Shine On in Sterling a call at 580-4345. Broncos to inbounds, far end as they get it into the hands of Horn. Now a bad pass down court, so pressure by the Mustangs causes the turnover. For Morgan to inbounds in the backcourt, they get it into Garver with the Mustangs in the lead, 34-33 with 6:14 to go here in the fourth period. Garver now trapped in the corner, now cross court to Gertner as he drives the left side, is going to kick it back out and over to Garver, but not a good pass. It's going to be taken away in the corner, turnover by the Mustangs. As they get the ball up to Hoffman. Hoffman now to set up the offense for the Broncos. They get the ball to Werman, and his shot is going to be up and no good, but they're going to call a foul on the shot. And that will go on Kimball, his third. So Werman to go to the line to shoot 2. Wehrman on the year is shooting right at 50% and misses the first. So if he's true to his 50%, he'll make the second. Fort Morgan still up 34-33. Second shot off the front of the rim and no good, but tipped up and in by Jones. So that puts the Broncos up 35-34. Garver now with it over to Kimball. Cross-court pass to Gertner. Now to McBride left side. His jumper is going to be up and good for Trey McBride. Jumper from about 12 feet. Oh, nope, didn't call a foul. Now they will call a foul, and that will be on Breidenbach on the shot. So that's Breidenbach's first. And that will send Horn to the line to shoot 2. Horn this year is shooting 58%, and that first one is up and good for Dustin Horn. Tied up here at 36 with 5:16 to go. Next shot is going to be in and partially out, tipped around and finally taken by McBride. Pass up to Gertner. Gertner's going to back it out to Breidenbach, now to McBride. Jump stop, now a 3 from the top is up and good by Breidenbach. His second 3 of the night puts the Mustangs up 3, 39-36. Now Jones gets the layup at the other end. Got away from the defense on the break. Mustangs up 1, 39-38 with 4:45 to go here, fourth period. Gertner now to Garver to Kimball over on the right wing, and now to Breidenbach. His shot is up and no good, rebounded by the Broncos. 4:30 to go here in the fourth period. Layup is going to be up and good, and they called a foul underneath somewhere. They're going to give that to Breidenbach, his second, and that shot was up and good by Prescott. He will go to the line to shoot 1. So Gherkin into the game. Breidenbach will take a seat as the Mustangs find themselves down now by 1, 40-39. Prescott with the free throw up and good. 7 points on the night for Prescott as the Mustangs get the ball in court with Garver. Garver gets it over to Gertner, now to back out to Garver at the point, now to Kimball. Kimball for a 3 from the right side, up and off the rim and no good. Kimball just cannot find the range tonight. He's had 1 3 so far tonight. To get the ball into Gilliland, he brings up court quickly now, left baseline. 3 is going to be up and good, and that is good by Dustin Horn, his second 3 here of the third period. Mustangs down 5, 44-39. Fort Morgan will call a timeout. So we'll take one with them here with 3:43 to go. The Mustangs down 44-39 on B106 and B106.com. 3:39 and counting here as the Mustangs get the ball in the front court. McBride now out on the right wing, cross court to Gertner. Tate Kimball in the left corner now. It's going to be out of bounds and off of the Broncos down in the far corner. Fort Morgan needs to start finding their range here from the outside here if they're going to try to get back in. Not much going on underneath the basket right now, so they're going to have a foul called out on the point. That must have been a kick ball as they get the ball into Garver. Garver now to Gertner out on the high left wing. Gherkin now to Kimball as he gets it underneath to McBride. McBride's shot is going to be up and no good, but they're going to call a foul on the shot. And that will go on Parker Jones, I believe. It'll be his first. So McBride back to the line to shoot 2, where he is 1 of 1 so far tonight from the free throw line. As he bounces the ball, his first shot is going to be up and not good. off to the right. So he will shoot shot number 2. And that free throw is up and bounces around and goes in. Fort Morgan puts pressure on in the backcourt. He gets the ball to Jones, but he does save it underneath. Oh, nice block from behind by Garver as he comes in with the block. Now McBride up, and he is going to be fouled on the layup as Hoffman fouls him, but nice block at the defensive end by Garver. As Horn thought he had the layup, and Garver blocked it cleanly from behind. So McBride back to the line to shoot 2. And that first free throw is up and good. So we have Kimball and Gertner, McBride, Garver, and Gherkin in the lineup for the Mustangs here with 2:49 to go, fourth period, down 3. Next free throw is up and good. So you get the ball inbounds to Prescott. It's going to be off of, they're saying it's off of Fort Morgan and out of bounds. The kids thought it was off of the knee of Prescott. You get the ball into Gilliland in the backcourt. Gets it now up into the front court. Layup is going to be up and no good. And they're going to call a foul on Gherkin. That will be his 4th. And that will send Hoffman back to the line to shoot 2. Hoffman's first shot is going to be up and good. Four of 5 so far from the free throw line. Second shot to come up. Mustangs down 3, 45 to 42. That one is going to be up and also good for Hoffman. Mustangs get the ball up court. They get it to Gherkin. Now to Gertner. McBride to Garver. Garver for the 3, and that's off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Garver. Gets his own rebound. Gets his own shot there as we have kids falling around each other at the bucket. And that foul will go on Hoffman. That will be 4 on Hoffman and send Garver to the line to shoot 2. So Garver shoots 55% from the free throw line, kind of a sideways shot. That first shot is up and good. 4 points on the night for Garver. Cuts the deficit to 3, 46 to 43 with 2:24 to go here in the fourth period. 9 team fouls on Fort Morgan, 8 on Platte Valley. Next free throw is up and also good for Garver. So a timeout is going to be taken. So we'll take one with them when the Mustangs down 2 on B106 and B106.com. 2:24 left here in this fourth period. The Mustangs down 2, 46 to 44. As Platte Valley gets the ball in and picked up in the backcourt by Prescott. Gets it into the front court. Being guarded by Garver. Now they get it to Gilliland. And a 2-3 zone defense by the Mustangs. Gilliland now out at the point. Gets the ball back from Prescott. Now some pressure defense. Now a timeout is going to be called by the Platte Valley Broncos, and it will be a full timeout. So we'll take one with them. Once again, 46 to 44. Broncos up on B106 and B106.com. Broncos in control of the ball here as they get the ball into Gilliland in the back court. Gets it up across the front court. Now double team in the corner. It's going to be tipped away by Garver. Garver's going to go down for the layup, and it is up and good on the steal from Garver. Ties it up here at 46. Hoffman now on the left corner being double teamed. They get the ball back out to Gilliland and out at the high right point. Being guarded. Now they get the ball to Jones, back out to Gilliland with 1:28, all tied up here at 46. Now a deep 3, and that is off the rim and no good, but such a long rebound Hoffman gets his own rebound. Back out to Gilliland out at the point. Now to Hoffman. Now to Jones underneath. Shot is going to be up and good by Smith. Puts the Broncos up to 48-46. Now a turnover in the front court as Kimball goes down. Fort Morgan now with a foul in the back court. As that will go. I don't know if that was on, let's see if that was on Gertner or if that was on Breidenbach. So far they haven't put it up on the board. Did not say put. It could have been on either one. They were right there at the foul. So we'll give it to Breidenbach. It is on Breidenbach, his third. That free throw is up and good by Gilliland. His first point here of the fourth period. Mustangs down 3, 49-46 with 56 seconds left. Now 50-46. Fort Morgan with the ball. Shot or the foul is going to be before the shot, I believe. Be at 1-1. And that will go against Gilliland, his second. So that will send Breidenbach to the line to shoot the 1-1. Austin with 8 points so far tonight. In and out. Rebounded by McBride. And the foul, I believe, was on. Oh, they called it on No, they called it on. I believe they called it on Smith as he was grabbing McBride around the waist. So Trey to go to the line to shoot a pair. Cut this to a 2-point game if he makes them both. Mustangs down 4, 50-46 with 49.1 seconds. So McBride with the ball. Waits for that free throw. That is up and going to be short and off the front of the rim. Each team with 10 team fouls, so automatic 2-shot foul. So McBride now try to cut this to a 3-point game with 49 seconds. That free throw is also off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded. Looks like they're going to have a tie-up, so that possession will go to the Mustangs. So they need to take advantage of this possession, get some points up here, or they will have to start doing some more fouling to get the ball back. So Kimball to inbounds in the front court. Get it to Garver. Garver now to McBride. McBride way out high now to Garver. Kimball, they're going to call Kimball for the travel. With 37.8 seconds to go, the Broncos will inbounds far into the court as the Broncos do a couple of substitutions. Horn comes in and Zender comes in. And yeah, they're going to, I don't know what they call a technical on somebody. They called one on Austin Breidenbach. That's his fourth. They called a T on Breidenbach for something. Must have said something. So that will send Gilliland to the line to shoot 2. First one is up and no good, so still a 4-point game. Coach Unrein trying to find out what was said. But it looks like Gherkin will come in at the next opportunity. So Gilliland makes the second. Mustangs down 5, 51-46. So Gherkin comes in. Breidenbach will take a seat as the ref is telling Coach Unrein what was said. Platte Valley to get the ball in here at midcourt, almost taken away. We get the ball up court. Not controlled. It is controlled by Hoffman under the basket. His shot is going to be up and rolls out, but they're going to call a foul on the shot. And that will be on Garver, his third. So send Hoffman to the line to shoot 2. He has been there shot 6 free throws. So far he is 5 of 6. From the free throw line with 26.2 seconds to go. The Mustangs down 5, 51-46. And that first free throw was up and good by Hoffman. So Hoffman back to the line to shoot his second free throw as the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Oh, Hoffman ends up getting his own free throw. The rebound back. Gherkin, if that's Gherkin, that will be 5 on him. So Hoffman with the missed free throw, then gets the bucket, and then the foul is called on Drew Gherkin. So Mustangs down 8 now with 23.8 seconds left. So Connor Shaver to come into the game for Gherkin as he ends up fouling out here. So Hoffman will get the free throw here, and that is up, in, and out, rebounded by McBride as he gets it up to Garver. Garver stops and pops, and that's going to be way off. It's going to be rebounded by Gilliland. Now a foul in the back court. Let's see if that's going to go on. That will be on Garver. It will be his fourth. So they're going to send Gilliland back to the line to shoot 2. .16 free throw attempts so far here in this fourth period. That free throw is up and good for Gilliland. 9-point lead with 16.6 seconds to go. A couple of substitutions here by the Platte Valley Broncos. And that free throw up and also good by Gilliland. As Fort Morgan 2 inbounds with 16.6 seconds. They're down by 10. 56-46 as Kimball catches up with the ball. Shot from the free throw line is just short. Going to be rebounded and out of bounds off of Morales. So not a good shooting night here by the Mustangs. 10.9 seconds. Lob is up and good for McBride. As the Mustangs will take a timeout. It will be a full timeout. So we'll take one with them with 9.9 seconds to go. The Mustangs down 8 on B106 and B106.com. Shot from the left side by Tate Kimball is up and good. With 1 second left here as the Mustangs are going to go down to defeat here at Platte Valley by 6 as the Broncos win it 56-50. We will be back with the postgame show on B106 and B106.com. This Fort Morgan Mustangs postgame show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at www.morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC, here to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals. Well, this afternoon the Mustangs end up going down 56-50 to the Platte Valley Broncos. Scoring goes like this for the Broncos. Prescott with 7, Horn with 7, Gilliland with 13, Smith with 4, Hoffman with 16, and Jones with 9 for their 56. Leading the way for the Mustangs was McBride with 18, Breidenbach and Gerdner each with 8, Garver and Kimmel each with 7, and Drew Gherkin with 2 for the Fort Morgan 50. The Mustangs were 8 of 14 from the free throw line. The Broncos were 15 of 22 from the charity stripe. Turnovers tonight, not too bad for the Mustangs. We have them down unofficially for 10 and 17 for the Broncos. Rebounding, we have the Mustangs at 17 and the Broncos at 18. Unofficial numbers, of course. Our Fort Morgan Mustang Player of the Game is brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Home Center with 3 locations to serve you better. Sterling, Brush, and Fort Morgan, your headquarters for all your home, farm, and ranch supplies from plumbing to feed. And I believe we will give that to Mr. Trey McBride tonight as he follows up his 21-point performance last night with 18 tonight for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. So Trey McBride is our Fort Morgan Player of the Game, but the Mustangs do fall 56-50. Their next contest will be Tuesday night at Englewood, and we will be there with them as we will cover the boys on B106 and B106.com. The girls will be home to Englewood. So we will go ahead and close this out as the Mustangs have gone down to defeat. The sound engineer and producer of Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball tonight has been Michaela Klimper. For Claudia Nickel, I'm Brian Nickel. Once again, the final score tonight, Platte Valley 56, Fort Morgan 50. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball on B106 and B106.com. Good night, everybody.